Well, good afternoon everyone, it's Paul here from Biking Life. How are you all? It is a Thursday afternoon, the temperature is at 11 degrees and as you can see, as we survey all around, it is blue skies. Absolutely glorious. I've got to go to the doctor's on my way home. Well, it's a bit past my way home actually, to pick up something. And the wife and children aren't there at home because they've gone for their hair done. So they'll be out for a fair few hours, you know, and it'll cost us a bloody fortune and all. I mean, I've had my hair the same cut, I'm not joking you, since 1987. When I joined the army, I decided, oh, that's not bad, saves all the fuss and the mess about. And I just bought my own clippers. And that's all I've ever done all my life now. I've cut my own hair since 1987. I've never actually been to a blooming hairdresser's. And I do know that it absolutely must cost a fortune now. But thankfully, I don't have to endure. I mean, the clippers that I've got at the moment, I've had them 4 years. So they've more than paid for themselves. You know. Yes, it's such a simple haircut, it's just shave it down the bone. And that's it, Bob's your uncle. Don't know why I come this way, I really don't. Yes, it's a nice day though, a very nice day. And this is a great way to test out the camera. I'm not going to go this 66, I can't bloody stand it. Don't mind it on a morning. I don't even like the A19, never mind anything else. Yeah, so I'll join the A19 and make my way to the doctor's. And it's a bit, you know, it makes for a longer ride out anyway. On this glorious day. I mean, yeah, the temperature's only 11 degrees, but so what? It's beautiful. Yeah, this morning on my way to work, I had another car, a Fiesta, a red Fiesta, right up my rear end again. Do you know, I must attract him, I really do, but I was a really good fella. I didn't even raise an eyelid to it, I didn't bat an eyelid, I just continued on my merry way at the speed I was going, and as soon as he could, he was off like a robber's dog. And then a mile or so down the road he was stuck in traffic lights and I just filtered straight through. You know, I mean, he's putting himself in danger and other people's lives for the sake of a few minutes really, and he didn't get him any further. So lessons to be learned there for car drivers who are impatient, especially when you're overtaking someone on a bike. Especially like the likes of the A66 where it's constantly stop, start, he will catch you up and filter through and get past you. It is actually quite nice just to saunter away. I can't wait for Saturday. Saturday cannot, and I mean this sincerely, it can't come quick enough. I am longing for a ride out for pleasure. I really am. I mean, commuting backwards and forwards to work, yes, I'm on the bike and yes, it makes me happy, but it isn't the same as actually going out there and riding over the North Yorkshire moors and things like that, or wherever it may be, just for leisure. That is what riding's all about. And I'm hoping to do wonders with the video that I make. I'm hoping to make it a little bit better for you. But you know me. I'll try, but as long as there's a good video up and it's okay, you'll enjoy it, won't you? Or you maybe not. Yes, I'll pull in here. Just gonna steady away and ride my little merry way up to the doctor's. On my way to the doctor's, I actually passed my old house that I bought and sold before I moved to where I am at present. It's only a mile or two away from where I am now, but I've remained in the doctor's that was only 100 yards from the house I bought, the one I sold. I've watched a couple of the videos that I have recorded. You'll have seen a snippet yesterday, but I've watched a few videos that I have done, and the audio quality that's coming from this now, because of the helmet as well, is absolutely fantastic. It really, really is good, and I could not ask for better. And you'll be able to see the whole of this screen, whereas on a couple of videos ago, or even yesterday's, at the start of yesterday's, you'll have only seen this part and just that bit there, nothing below or nothing past there. But now we can see that, all of this and that. So the field of view has been widened. I'm donning my summer gear, although I do have a jumper on, a works jumper underneath this jacket. But I've got my summer leather jacket on, my summer gloves, my Kevlar jeans and my summer boots. It's gone up to a tropical 12 degrees now. We are lucky, and it makes it that much better because the wind isn't as harsh. Yes, we do have a little bit of wind, but it's to be expected. I can't wait till the temperatures reach the 20s. And as I said on this, I was making a video this morning, but I haven't put it up, although I'll keep it for another day. But the ventilation in my new helmet is absolutely fantastic. I can feel it going around all of my head, and it's keeping my head nice and cool. So they are real vents, they are working. Check out the video on YouTube of RevZilla and Sports Bike Shop. Check them two videos out on this helmet, and you'll see what I mean about the ventilation and that. They do a really good review of the helmet. I'm not much cop at doing reviews on helmets and things like that. I'm more of a vlogger, out on the bike, doing what I do best. I'm just going to move over here. I absolutely am in love with this helmet. I never even had that same feeling with the other helmet when I first got that. It felt tight. But no, this helmet is absolutely the dog's doodahs, the dog's danglers. One thing I will say about wagon drivers, they are observant, such as bikers. Car drivers not so much, they generally become complacent. But wagon drivers need to use the mirrors and that more often, and they do use the mirrors more often, and so do bikers. We do become, and observations become second nature to us, but in a car you become complacent and lazy, and you take a lot for granted. I mean, I'm doing 65 on this dual carriageway. I've got my visor up, and I don't really need the visor down because this is protecting me from the wind. But the visor also has a very solid feel. When you put it up, it's like it locks there, and when you push it down, it sort of locks in position. You know it's home, it's seated where it should be, because there's a definite locking sound. which is also good for the LS2 Valiant 2. Yeah, I was talking also this morning about whether you watched the last video. There was a body found in Eston Hills, in these hills here, or just off Flats Lane near Eston. And I said, well, at that time when I did talk about it, I didn't know the circumstances surrounding it, but it appears to be a very suspicious death. There's something untoward gone on, which is never good in it. So, you know, I mean, I still ain't going to speculate on what's happened, but it's more than just someone taking his own life. It seems to be that there's other parties involved, but that's all I know at the moment, and I will follow this story with interest. This screen, I'm looking through the screen rather than actually looking over it. Normally I'm like this, but no, I'm actually looking through the screen and it's perfect, and that's purely because it's absolutely sunny and bright outside, and this is just fantastic. So on Saturday's ride out, I will guarantee there will be plenty of waffling. I am known as the Waffle King. I can talk the hind leg off a donkey. Well, that's what so the wife says anyway. Well, I suppose you have to be able to talk if you're making vlogs, don't you? I honestly hate this road. It's just boring. And if I wasn't talking and you were just viewing, you would switch it off straight away because it's just nothing. The occasional nutter doing the ton plus and bobbing and weaving in and out the traffic. That's the only thing that keeps you awake on this road. It's 7 miles of pure boredom, pure hell. I might sneak down a little bit further rather than be stuck behind these. Straight through a red light then. Dear me. Did you see that? Did you see that? Straight through a red light. Went out in the wrong lane and then swooped over 2 lanes. I don't know. Idiots. So thank the Lord it's Friday tomorrow. Another day closer to my... Do you know, I'm like a bear, aren't I? I'm like a kid waiting for a Christmas present. Saturday can't come quick enough for me. It really can't. So bearing in mind we're on a 50-mile-an-hour road and everyone's overtaking, and I'm doing 55. Oh dear. That's Wilton ICI. Well, it used to be ICI. It's no longer ICI. It's just called Wilton now, but it was one of the biggest firms ever. The chemical firms. Hands up who remembers ICI. I worked for them back in the 80s. You know, 1986, something like that. Not directly for ICI, I was subcontracting for them through another company. And I used to do all the paving and tiling and stuff like that. It seems so long ago now. I left there to go in the army, and I stayed in the army for 12 years and enjoyed that. Became a sergeant, but no, as soon as I'd become a sergeant I decided I'd had enough. There was more to life, I thought to myself, and the army just was not for me anymore. It was round about the times when rules were starting to get stupid, and you know, you were ordered to do a job, but you know, and then you were held accountable for that job. If you were, even if you were following orders to the T, you could still be held accountable. And I thought, well, no. And you can't say no to an order because you could be thrown in jail. And I thought, no, that's it. I've had enough. It doesn't make sense anymore. And it's the same with a lot of soldiers facing charges for no reason, really. Yes, some of them do step over the line. But I'm talking about real events where you are. Because I have been shot at and blown up. Not literally me blown, I've been blew across a street. The friend I was with, he was blown up and killed, bless him. Now, the way I'm going to go is Saltman, and then from Saltman I'll go the coast road to Broughton. Because there's no point me going the way I normally go home. I might as well take you through the picturesque town of Saltman. I'm also researching some history around the local area, stuff to do with World War I again and World War II, and I'm going to take you to them and show you them, incorporate them into a vlog. Obviously Big Red's going to be there with me, he wouldn't miss that. Well, if it wasn't for him I wouldn't be going. There's no pleasure just driving a car around to these places and seeing them. Yes, we've dropped down to 10 degrees. That's because we're getting closer to the coast. I feel a lot cooler now in this, because yesterday, although I had my jeans and my summer boots on, I had my RST jacket and I was blooming roasted. I was like a chicken on 220 in the oven. I was. I'll tell you what, when I put the actual thing down, it doesn't have, you can hear me so clearly. It's unbelievable, and it's so easy to put down because it's set at the back of the motor, but all I have to do is raise it, and you can with just one hand. It's that easy. And this visor lifts up. I'll show you anyway. I'll show you. I'll just do that. And can you see, or can you hear how quiet we've gone? It makes a massive difference. And the good thing is, I'm not chewing the inside of my cheeks off when I've got her in this position. And there's no way that this is going to steam up as well, the visor, because of this pin lock that's in there as well. It's a brilliant pin lock. It's properly sealed in now. But it can be a little bit too warm, especially on a warm day. Hence why I like both positions. I'll use that in the winter time, and I'll use the open face for summer. You know, all joking to a side, it's making my riding experience so much more pleasurable. It really is. It is quieter, even quieter, even though it's in the open face position. It's quieter than the other helmet. There's good airflow, there's good all-round visibility. The actual pin lock is one of them max view pin locks. So instead of just being a strip over the centre to keep that clear, it's the whole, nearly the whole visor is covered with a pin lock. So you've got maximum vision. Absolutely brilliant. My wife was at work today. She finished at 2 o'clock. And I say she's picked the bairns up. Well, the youngest from school and my oldest daughter from our house, and they've gone to get their hairs cut, which will be, oh God, I dread to think how much that's going to cost, but it won't be cheap. That's what made me start talking about my own hair, because it cost me absolutely nothing. Oh yeah, I had the initial outlay of a set of clippers. And you know, they last me a long time. I do maintain them and that. this view that we're going to see when we go around this corner and start descending the hill or the bank is absolutely stunning. We've got a great view of the North Sea here, and it looks flat, calm. The view here is absolutely exceptional. Look at the pier. Glorious. So normally, as you've seen me come down here before, I normally go right here, but I'm not going to. I'm going to bear around to the left, and we're going to go past the pub called the Ship. Is there anyone? Oh, the Ship seems to be open. People are having a beer. Are they having a beer? Lucky so-and-so's all out there having a beer. This is the road to Broughton. Yes, the great mining town of Broughton. Please drive slowly. Please drive slow. Where the hell did I get slowfully from? Slowly. It must have been a mixture of slow and slowly and carefully. This part of Broughton is the older part of Broughton. There has been new parts built here, but this is the older, more nicer part of Broughton, let's say. And the church round here is lovely, set up on a bankside, as you can see here. It's set up there, and you have to walk up a bit of a bank to it. See what I mean? Some of these sandstone houses here are lovely. I wouldn't mind owning one of them, especially that one with the massive workshops. That'd be absolutely fantastic. Coming up to the part where I used to live as well. Anyway, I'll bring you back when I've left the doctors. Yes, I've been here and collected where I needed to collect. The last time I came up here on my bike, I didn't have this bike. I had the GSXF 750. Can anyone remember that? It's from my early videos. Another bike I never really got on with. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was good. It got me everywhere. But by God, I was glad when I got shot of it. Do you know, this helmet is so good. My ears feel lovely. They used to hurt after a while in that other helmet. They really did. And the view from the top of this bank here going down the bypass is nice as well. You'll see it anywhere. You could survey for miles around. Can you see? Anyway, I'm going to head home. I'm only a mile or so away. This road's starting to break down. We've got to incorporate at least one overtake in this video, and that was it for you folks. There's got to be no more. Sorry folks, I lied. That's the second overtake. Couldn't help myself. Anyway, I'm going to say ta-ra. So I've been Paul from Biking Life, folks. Bye for now. Bye.